Angry residents holding up bottles of rust-colored water and demanding answers.
Extreme water scarcity. Are we running out of clean
Severe
water?
shortages.
Extreme water shortage.
I mean, water is one of the most basic things of life you need to survive.
Fresh water is becoming more and more scarce.
Water is not only a physical resource. There's something very emotional around water.
The problem of water sustainability is that we are not using water sustainably. It's that simple. We are using too much water too fast, and we do not replenish it at a fast enough rate, and we do not
In the last 10 years, we've discovered that the problem is much worse than we had anticipated. Droughts are increasing and climate change is becoming a big issue. And one of the results of that is the rapid melting of the glaciers. And it's happening much faster than we anticipated. And this is going to have dramatic effect around the globe, because areas in China, India, in Africa, their entire water supply for these large populations comes from the melting of glaciers. Well, if the glaciers aren't there anymore, they're not going to have water, and they're going to get displaced because they're going to have to move to find water.
The water supply is dwindling either due to overuse or pollution.
Everglades and all those wetlands that are so important are going to get flooded with salt water. Our ecosystems are both very vulnerable, but also very resilient. People took action. They reduced the nitrogen coming in. They mitigated the problem. And today, fish are back in the lake, and the lake is healthy again. So with the proper focus, priority, we can make things right and make change happen.
You know, water stewardship is a concept. Water stewardship is, I would say, is two things. It's not only you need to act. So, for example, us as an industry, first of all, we need to mitigate the impact we generate. That's the minimum you can do. You mitigate the impact you generate. Then, at a point, you can't mitigate much. If you believe that you're doing quite good, then you can put your effort outside and say, I will help others to mitigate their impacts. For example, for me, it would be like I can go and talk to some farmers and help them to reduce or to improve the irrigation systems they have. Okay, so this is action. So you act at your place, then you help others to act. But the third pillar is about advocating. It's raising awareness and explaining to everyone that the solution will have to be collective. It's many years before it starts to be concrete, but this is because you have all this time, a lot of talking, you know, this is just necessary, and then in the end you have something much more robust. If you try to rush and to go straight away to the solution without a very constructive dialogue, without a willingness for consensus, I think you may have some return on investment at the very beginning, but it will not last long.
Okay, we don't need to, flush our toilets all the time, and so, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, shut down.
Take shorter showers. Encourage people to use drought-resistant plants, because irrigation of your yard takes a lot of water.
A lot more of the solution now is still on companies. But now the government is getting involved in, providing incentives for people to come up with solutions. Previously, it felt like, I guess, like the environmental movement as a whole was just being kickstarted by people who cared.
If we don't have a way to sustain the water that we have, we will not be able to sustain life.